Right then, Emma. I was just reading up on something truly fascinating coming out of Nigeria, specifically Cross River State. They're on about this massive digital transformation agenda, and they're calling it the Cross River Renaissance. It's quite the ambition, really.
Oh, really? That sounds intriguing. A renaissance, huh? So, like a big rebirth, but digital? What exactly does that entail, James? Are they just, slapping some tech on old systems, or is it something more profound?
No, no, it's absolutely more profound, Emma. It's not just a superficial revamp. The whole point is to properly bridge that gap between government and citizens using digital tech. And it's being fiercely spearheaded by their State Planning Commission under a Dr. Bong Duke. He's the vice chairman and CEO, and he's got quite a mandate.
Dr. Bong Duke. Okay, so he's the driving force behind this? And bridging the gap, that's a huge promise for any government. What's the actual goal they're aiming for with all this digital push? Is there a timeline or a specific end game?
Yeah, precisely. His mandate actually is full implementation of e-governance by 2027. That's just, 3 years away? Quite aggressive, isn't it? The state government, they're really committing to it, not just talking shop. They've got various programs already running, including building capacity for their civil servants.
Building capacity. So, like, training everyone up on how to use all this new tech, I guess? That's smart because, you can have all the fancy systems in the world, but if people don't know how to use them or aren't on board, it's just like a really expensive paperweight, right?
Exactly, Emma. You've hit the nail on the head. That's for enhancing transparency and, accessibility. It's a core piece of it all, really.
So 2027 is the deadline for full e-governance. That's quite soon for such a massive undertaking, especially in a state like Cross River. What are the tangible benefits they're expecting besides just, bridging the gap, which is a bit abstract sometimes? Are they looking at something measurable?
Oh, absolutely. They've actually launched this e-governance initiative with some really bold projections. They're expecting to save billions of naira annually. Billions, Emma. Think about that. And it's all from improving administrative efficiency by going paperless and fully digital in their operations. It's a huge, huge shift.
Billions of naira. Wow. That's a serious incentive. How do they actually achieve that though? Just going paperless, surely it's more than just switching from physical files to PDFs, right? There must be more to it.
It's far more than that, Emma. It's a strategic shift involving integrating advanced digital tools into governance. The goal is to set new benchmarks, for asset management, to reinforce fiscal responsibility, which is critical, obviously, and to really promote public trust and sustainable development. It's a comprehensive overhaul. They're looking at every single process, every department.
Fiscal responsibility and public trust, those are big ones for any government. I can see how digital systems could bring more transparency and accountability, making it harder for things to get lost in the shuffle or, for corruption to hide. Is that part of the savings too, do you think? Cutting down on wastage?
Absolutely, Emma. That's very much a core component of it. When you digitize, you create a clear audit trail. You automate processes that were previously prone to human error or, less than ideal practices. It forces a level of discipline that's quite hard to achieve with entirely manual systems. So yeah, wastage reduction, improved accountability, it all contributes to those projected savings. It's quite clever, actually. So, with all these ambitious targets and those significant savings on the table, they're not just waving a magic wand and hoping it happens. The state is actively working to streamline these digital processes and, crucially, building robust digital infrastructure. That's the real backbone, isn't it?
Right, the infrastructure. Because, you can have the best software in the world, but if the internet's constantly dropping out or the power goes, it's all a bit pointless, isn't it? So how are they actually tackling that? Are they doing it all themselves or working with external partners?
Oh, good question. They're doing it in partnership with technology firms. That's key. It's not just a solo endeavor. This involves developing innovative technological solutions, new applications, and web platforms. The whole idea is to provide governmental bodies and citizens with essential digital tools and resources. So, a suite of new digital services.
Partnerships with tech firms? That makes sense. They'd bring in the expertise and probably help speed things up too. Are these like local firms or international or a mix? Because, understanding the local context is like super important for these kinds of initiatives to really land well with the people.
From what I'm reading, Emma, it's a blend. They're looking for the best solutions, and that often means a mix of expertise. But the focus is certainly on solutions tailored to the Nigerian context, obviously. And beyond just the software and platforms, they're really pushing on internet accessibility too. Huge emphasis there.
Internet accessibility? That's a massive undertaking, especially for a whole state. How are they planning to like physically get everyone online? Because, that's often a major hurdle in many developing regions. Is it satellite or?
No, actually, they're really focusing on the restoration and establishment of fiber optic networks. That's the big push, getting that foundational high-speed connectivity across the state. Without that, everything else just falls a bit flat. It's a very sensible long-term approach, if you ask me.
Fiber optic networks. Wow, that's a serious investment. And it sounds like they're really thinking about the physical backbone and the digital tools. But let's talk about the people again, James. You mentioned capacity building for civil servants earlier. What does that actually look like on the ground? Is it workshops, new training programs?
Yes, absolutely. It's a comprehensive approach, really. They're running dedicated training programs for civil servants in digital governance. This isn't just about, teaching them how to click a mouse, Emma. It's about equipping them with the skills to properly navigate and operate in a fully digitized administrative environment. It's a complete cultural shift.
A cultural shift. That's a great way to put it. Because change can be really hard for people, especially in established institutions. Are they facing like any resistance, or are the civil servants generally pretty receptive to all this new tech and the new ways of working?
Well, change always presents its challenges, but the state government is presenting this as an opportunity, a renaissance, remember? So it's framed very positively. The idea is to make their jobs more efficient, to reduce the mundane, repetitive tasks, and to free them up for more impactful work. It's meant to enhance transparency, improve service delivery, and, make things generally smoother for everyone.
That makes sense. If you can show them that it's going to make their lives easier and more productive, then I guess they'd be more on board. So, is the training mandatory? And is there ongoing support for when they like hit a snag with the new systems? Because that's usually where people get frustrated and revert to old habits.
Yes, from what I gather, it's being implemented systematically, and the focus is definitely on providing continuous support. It's not a one-off training session, it's an ongoing process as the systems evolve. They know they need to really embed these practices. It's all part of ensuring this shift to paperless, fully digital operations actually sticks. It's a pretty robust strategy, actually.
So, Emma, when you put all of this together, the e-governance target, the massive savings, the infrastructure, the civil servant training, it really paints a picture of this cross-river renaissance they're aiming for. It's not just about efficiency, is it? It's about a bigger societal impact.
No, totally. It sounds like they're building something much more fundamental. Like, if citizens can interact with the government more easily, get services without all the red tape and delays, that just naturally builds trust, right? And, that's huge.
Absolutely. Public trust is a cornerstone of this whole initiative, and it ties into promoting sustainable development too. When governance is more transparent and efficient, resources can be allocated better, projects can be managed more effectively, and decisions can be made with more data. It's a virtuous cycle.
Data-driven decisions. That's music to my ears as a tech reviewer. So, are they planning to use analytics or AI to actually process all this new digital information? Because, just collecting data isn't enough. You've got to use it intelligently.
That's the ambition, Emma. Integrating advanced digital tools naturally leads to greater data capture and the potential for analytics to inform policy and service delivery. It really sets new benchmarks for everything from asset management to fiscal responsibility. It's about making governance smarter, not just faster.
Smarter governance. I like that. So this cross-river renaissance isn't just a catchy phrase then, is it? It's really about transforming the entire relationship between the state and its people, making it more modern, more accountable, and ultimately better for everyone in Cross River. It's a pretty inspiring goal, honestly.
It absolutely is. And, for a state in Nigeria to be pushing this hard with such clear targets and a comprehensive strategy, it's something I think many other regions, globally even, could really learn a thing or two from. It's a genuine digital leap, in my opinion.